I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore, because I feel like I get paid way too much money, but not enough.
Diaz is back. One of the most intriguing men in combat sports is set to make his UFC return.
Last thing for me, Nate Diaz was in attendance tonight. Is that just as a guest, or is there something going on there?
Yeah, Nick wants to fight.
Are you willing to give him a fight?
Sure.
At the moment, there is no date, location, or opponent. And those are probably the most important facts for any and all fight announcements. It begs the question if this combat will actually materialise, or if Diaz will fade away into his own world once again. Smoke weed every day. His brother, Nathan Diaz, is set to fight Leon Edwards at UFC 262 in May. And Nick has posted several pictures on social media looking in phenomenal shape. This suggests him and his brother have been training for a while, and Nick could have been planning his combat for months already.
Reminiscing about the old days, because it looks like, 29-year-old Nick, and he's like, no, this is like 2 hours ago. I was like, whoa.
He is a man of extremes, so there's no doubt that once he has an opponent and date set, he'll be more than prepared. But the question is, will he be able to produce a vintage performance, or will he just be an in-shape 37-year-old that the sport has left behind?
I'm gonna have to move this.
I'm a fight, man. You know where to find me. I'm a hard guy to find. Step in my motherfucking range right here. Step in my motherfucking range right here.
As a Nick Diaz fan, I hope not to see the latter, and I think Nick has the type of style to withstand the test of time. I believe this mainly due to the fact his style was never based upon being the superior athlete in terms of strength or speed, and he didn't rely on reaction time to excel. Him and his brother were endurance athletes and would regularly compete in triathlons.
I mean, when people think about potheads, you think about someone who's lazy, and you think about people that have bad endurance. You would think you'd be lazy. But Nick Diaz has phenomenal endurance. I mean, he does triathlons. Do you know he swam from Alcatraz 5 times? I said 2 times, and he corrected me. He goes, no, bro, 5 times. I'm like, 5? He swam back from Alcatraz 5 fucking times in the shark-infested waters.
Yeah.
He was a more methodical fighter that will plod forward into range to land his boxing combinations and swarm opponents with pressure. His jiu-jitsu is technical, lots of inverting, submission attempts from guard, armbars and triangles, and entanglements where he can take the back. None of his game really requires explosiveness or speed, 2 major things that decline with age.
Guy, you need speed. You don't have it.
For this reason, I believe and hope he can produce a quality performance. The last time we saw him compete was 6 years ago and at 185 pounds, where he infamously lay on the floor against Anderson Silva. These are the type of moments that Diaz creates that makes him an icon of the sport. Opponents that have been suggested so far have been Jorge Masvidal, who is just coming off a KO loss to Usman, but recently defeated Nick's brother Nate for the BMF title, and Khamzat Chimaev, a man that lost all his 2020 momentum after suffering prolonged symptoms from COVID.
An email that Khamzat Chimaev is still suffering from the effects of COVID.
Both matchups have huge appeal. To be fair, you can put Nick in with anyone and it will draw eyes and generate excitement, but both those matchups are particularly interesting. Khamzat has a heavy grappling style, but we have barely seen him as his fights have been one-way traffic. He's also a name where many won't want to fight him as he's unranked, but due to having been scheduled to fight ranked number 3 Leon Edwards, his name is in the mix with the top guys. With a lot of the top guys currently matched, it leaves Khamzat a prime target for a Nick Diaz bout. Masvidal makes perfect sense also, as him and Nick are from the same generation of fighter. They are both veterans of Strikeforce and have been around the block, both huge names that bring excitement to the table. With Nate Diaz having been defeated, somewhat controversially with what was deemed by many as a premature stoppage due to cuts by Masvidal, Nate Diaz could be out for vengeance to restore the Diaz name.
On there, hit him with some good shit, don't get hit.
Nick took a particular disliking to Masvidal saying he was going to baptise his brother Nathan. As I'm sure you can imagine, this didn't go down very well with elder brother.
You want to talk about baptizing my younger brother? That's on you. I never had nothing disrespectful to say, but like you don't talk about baptizing my younger brother. So you're already in a position if you fight with me.
There's no denying it. Whether you love or hate the Diaz brothers, it's always fun when they fight. In an era of people trying to be something, the Colby Covingtons and Henry Cejudos creating these caricature personas, the Diaz brothers are unashamedly themselves. There is something quite enigmatic about them. You might not understand their points, but they're authentic, and they always come to fight. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who should he fight? Do you even want to see him fight again? Can he beat Khamzat or Masvidal? Let me know your thoughts and feelings on this Diaz show. Once again, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more, please like, subscribe and share. Thanks from Pro Striking.
Said 10
You
days
could
out.
do it, yes, but he has no body fat and he does so much cardio. That he doesn't even let it get to the cells.
But the only time that he didn't do that was the Gomi fight. He tested positive for the Gomi fight, and they said there was so much weed in his system when they tested him that he had to be high when he was fighting. So what he did was just get ripped, just completely ripped, and then he went out there and fought Takanori Gomi and just outboxed him.
Can you imagine that?